are all connected. We are all connected, and in so many ways, through our interests, families, cultures, geographical location, identities, beliefs, hobbies, work, and more. In other words, we are connected by community. When we recognize that we are all connected, we accept a deep responsibility for the ways our choices impact everyone around us, for good or for harm. So what is community connectedness, and how can we strengthen our connection to community as individuals and at an organizational level in order to better protect against harms like human trafficking? Community connectedness is a protective factor against many forms of harm and violence. At the individual level, community connectedness involves a sense of belonging, of being cared for, and accountability for one's choices and actions. At the community level, community connectedness refers to a high level of community cohesion, a strong sense of community identity, and trust in systems and institutions such as healthcare, law enforcement, or education. In communities where there is a high level of community connectedness, violence is less likely to occur. How can we increase community connectedness? First, as service providers, we must recognize that we not only serve the community, we are a part of the community. In other words, we are all connected. When we orient ourselves as parts of the community, we can be more intentional about using strategies and approaches that will increase community connectedness and ultimately build a community that is more resistant to trafficking and other forms of violence. Second, we must look for ways to strengthen community connectedness at both the individual level and the organizational level. For example, attending and supporting community events, relationship building, and engaging in cross-cultural learning can be incorporated into the job duties of individual staff. Community feedback and community listening sessions can be used to inform internal practice and procedure. And finally, collaborating across disciplines and building authentic relationships with culturally specific organizations, elders, and community leaders creates a connected, trustworthy network of services and support for victims and survivors. Prioritizing community connectedness also aligns closely with being victim-centered, trauma-informed, and culturally responsive. We know that Native communities, communities of color, the LGBTQ community, and youth are disproportionately impacted by trafficking. By connecting with those who are most impacted, we can learn more about how trafficking occurs at the local level and among specific populations, and what steps service providers can take to meet the needs of those who experience this harm. Additionally, by connecting with those in community most impacted by trafficking, we can begin to identify the systemic factors that increase the risk of exploitation and look for ways to change community conditions to prevent trafficking from happening in the first place. We are all connected. By connecting to our community, we better understand how trafficking happens, how it impacts individual victims in the broader community, and our role in meeting the needs of victims. More importantly, our interconnection enables us to envision what a safe community could look like, and together take steps to transform our community to a place that is free from violence and harm.